Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's practice will be a good way to release tension at the end of a long day or for any time throughout the day when you want to let go of any tension or tightness that you might be holding in the body. So we'll go ahead and get started, and we'll start in child's pose today. And please forgive any construction noises that you might hear. I'll try my best to edit them out. So bringing the knees wide, the big toes to touch, and sitting the hips back toward the heels, arms long, and bringing the forehead down to the mat. And as always, we'll start with 3 deep breaths to settle into the space and into the practice, inhaling fully through the nose and exhaling to sigh it out through the mouth. Inhaling fully and let it go. And final time, inhaling, deepest breath you've taken all day. And let it go. And on your next inhale, finding your way to tabletop, all fours with the wrist under shoulders, knees under hips. And we'll move through a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling to lift the chest, lift the tailbone, belly softens, we look forward. And exhaling to round the spine, press the earth away, chin toward chest. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, round. And taking that a few more times, going at your own pace. Maybe lifting the chest a little higher with the inhales, rounding a little deeper with the exhales. And coming back towards center and taking whatever movements feel good. They can be circles or rolls. And taking that in the opposite direction. Coming back towards center. On our inhale, we send the right arm up toward the sky, twisting to the right. And on the exhale, we send that right arm under the left, bringing right side ear, right side shoulder down to the mat, threaded needle, and then sending the left arm long toward the front of the mat, and then sending the left leg out toward the left side of the room, stretching into the back of the leg. And keeping this left leg extended, we'll find our way up onto palms, and then we'll find a little rock back and forth. And coming back towards center. On our inhale, we'll send the arms up toward the sky. So we're coming to kneel, and then we'll send the left toes up toward the sky. Exhale, we side bend over toward the left. So we bring that hand down to the shin or to the thigh. We don't want to bring it up to the top of the knee. And we'll reach up and over with this right arm, reaching toward the left side of the room, keeping chest lifted. And you can look forward, or you can look up toward the sky under that right arm. And we inhale, coming back upright. We bring hands to hips. And on the exhale, we bend into the left leg this time, bending into this knee, sinking into the hip. Inhale, coming back towards center. And exhale, we step this left foot diagonally and sink into the hip, bending the knee. One more time. Inhale, we come upright. And exhale, we step the left foot forward, sinking into the hip. And then we inhale, arms up toward the sky. Exhale, left hand comes to the back of the right thigh. We send that right arm up and over toward the back of the room. And we inhale, coming back upright. Exhale, we frame the left foot, top of the mat. Inhale, we sink the hips, lift the chest, look forward. And exhale, we shift the hips back, coming into a half split. And this front leg doesn't have to be long. You can keep a bend in the knee, just sending the toes up toward the sky. Taking a twist, inhale, left arm lifts. And exhale, we let it go. And we find our way back to tabletop where we started. And then we take it to the other side. So we inhale, the left arm lifts this time. And exhale, threaded needle, left arm weaves under right, left side ear, left side shoulder to the mat, sending the right arm long, and then sending the right foot out toward the right side of the room. And keeping right leg extended, we find our way up onto our palms. And then find a little rock back and forth here. And finding stillness at center. We inhale, coming to kneel, sending the arms up toward the sky, right toes face up toward the sky. And exhale, we side bend, gate pose, bringing that right hand down to the shin or the thigh, sending left arm up and over. Keep lifting through chest, look forward or up toward the sky. And we inhale back towards center, bringing the hands to the hips. And exhale, we bend into the right knee, sinking into the hip. Inhale, we come back upright. And exhale, we bring the right foot diagonally and sink into the hip. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we send the right foot forward and sink into the hip, low lunge. Inhale, arms up toward the sky. And exhale, right hand to the back of the left thigh and send the left arm up and over this time. And we exhale to release, framing right foot, top of the mat. Big breath in here. We sink the hip low. We look forward, chest forward. And exhale, we shift back, half split, toes face up toward the sky. We take our twist. Inhale, right arm lifts. And exhale, back towards center. And then we shift the weight forward, find our way back to tabletop. And then we go ahead and lower all the way down to the belly. Hands outside of the chest. We spread the fingers wide. We're coming into cobra pose. So we press into tops of feet, tops of thighs, lower belly pulls in. Inhale, we lift, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, elbows drawing toward the body. And exhale, we lower. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Final time, inhale. And exhale. And then we come up onto forearms. Bringing the elbows so that they're shoulder width distance apart. We spread the fingers wide. Press the earth away. At the same time, we pull the chest through. And you can look forward or you can look toward the top of the mat. And you can stay here if this is enough. If you'd like to go a little further, making sure that the lower belly is pulled in and we're pressing the hips down. We can straighten the arms, coming into seal pose. And again, you can look forward or you can look toward the top of the mat. And whether you're in Sphinx or seal pose, maybe you look over the right shoulder. And come back towards center, look over the left shoulder. And come back towards center, coming back down to forearms if you straighten the arms. We'll send the right arm out toward the right side of the room, left fingertips on the inside of the chest, and then rolling over onto that right arm, stepping left foot behind right leg, letting the head be heavy. And maybe if you're lucky, you get a back adjustment. My back just cracked. And we exhale to release, coming back towards center. We take it to the other side. Left arm goes long, right fingertips on the inside of the chest, rolling over onto left arm, stepping right foot behind left leg. And exhaling to release, coming back towards center. And rolling over onto the back. Bringing the knees in toward the chest, finding a little rock side to side. And releasing the soles of the feet down to the mat. Feet or hips width distance apart, and maybe you reach down for the heels with the fingertips. And then whenever you're ready, pressing into all 4 corners of the feet, inhaling to lift the hips, coming into bridge pose. Keeping tailbone long, sending the chest up toward the chin, and you can keep the arms long, or you can interlace the hands under the body, rolling the upper arms under. And exhaling to release, hips to mat. We send the knee side to side. And pulling the knees in toward the chest. Coming into a twist, so you might have to scooch the hips a little over toward the right, and then let the knees fall over toward the left. And taking whatever variation you'd like with the arms. Maybe you bring them to a T. You can bring them to either hand to either elbow above the head if you want a little shoulder stretch, or you can just bring the hands to the top hip, just finding whatever feels good. And you can look up toward the sky, you can look over toward your left, or you can look over toward your right if you'd like a deeper stretch here. And finding our way back towards center, taking that to the other side, sending the hips over toward the left and letting the knees fall over toward the right, and taking whatever variation with the arms you took on the other side. And again, looking up toward the sky, looking over toward your right, or looking over toward your left. And exhaling to release, coming back to center. Happy baby, so bringing the knees in toward the chest and then bringing them wide. And you can reach for the outer edges of the feet or the inner edges or the two big toes with the two peace fingers. And keeping the tailbone long so the lower back is on the mat. And you can find stillness here, or you can find a little rock side to side, giving the low back a massage. And we let it go, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. And sending the legs long toward the back of the mat, maybe bringing the feet wide as the mat or wider. And having the hands as wide as the mat or as wide as they need to be so that the backs of the shoulders can fully relax and the palms are facing up toward the sky. And taking a few rounds of breath here, allowing the body and the mind and the heart to settle. And allowing the practice to settle over the body. And you're welcome to pause this video and stay here as long as you'd like. Otherwise, we'll begin to deepen the breath and move some energy back into the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes and circling the wrist and the ankles, sending the head side to side. And sending the arms up above the head, taking a big stretch through the fingers and through the toes. And then bending the knees, rolling over to the right side, just letting our bodies know that we've reached the end of this practice for a moment, just using the right arm as a pillow. And pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat. And bringing the palms to touch at heart center. And again, you can bring the eyes to close if that feels safe, or you can just soften your gaze. And we'll end just like we started with 3 deep breaths, inhaling fully through the nose. And letting it out through the mouth. Inhaling fully. Let it go. And final time, inhaling. Sigh it out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up as it helps me immensely. And I'd love to know how the practice went for you, or I'd love to know where you're practicing from, and you can leave that in the comment section below. If you think a friend might enjoy this video, please share it with them. And if you'd like to support my channel and help me to continue making videos like this, you can buy me a tea, and my favorite is peppermint, just in case you were wondering. And you can also support my channel via Patreon, and all of that information is in the description box below. So once again, I thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, be well. Bye.